In this short tutorial, we're going to add a foreign key to our existing database table that already has the field in it that needs to become a foreign key. So we're going to look at the students table that has faculty ID. This faculty ID field needs to be a foreign key to reference the faculty ID in the faculty table. So anytime a new record in a students table gets added with a faculty ID, we need to ensure that it's a faculty ID that exists in our faculty table. This is known as a foreign key, and this also is a constraint in SQL Server. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to write an alter table statement command, just like we did in the previous video. To add the field, we're going to use alter table, and the name of our table will be table students. And this time we're adding a constraint, and the name of our constraint we have to give it. Just like you saw when we created our table for a primary key, it had a name. So we're going to go with FK for foreign key underscore the field name, which is faculty ID. This type of constraint is a foreign key. And you can see the reserved words in SQL as I typed them out. They're turning blue. That's another good tip of when you see things turn blue in your query window. That means it's a reserved word and it's a command in SQL that does something. The foreign key is going to be on the field faculty ID in the students table, and it's going to have a references of the DDL faculty, which is our faculty table, on its field of faculty ID. And you'll notice SQL Server is not case sensitive by default. So I try for best practices to use a process with reserved words of lowercase, camel casing for my table names and field names to some extent, as just a good naming convention. And you can see me kind of doing that here in my demonstrations. So just kind of point that out. And again, as far as proper code and indenting things, just make it readable. You can, again, do it however you like in terms of laying it out on your page. This could be on one line, which gets kind of lengthy, but I like to indent everything underneath the alter statement and just break it on multiple lines for readability. So here, what I'll do is now run this statement.